Oh,
Okay.
gotcha.
Hello, good July 5th, everybody.
Yes, July the 5th. You'd sent me an email and I saw it was dated July 4th, and I felt like that was so long ago. How horrible is that? It was just yesterday. I was like, how did I not see this? Oh, because it was last night. That's why
Well, I think I've told you that when I'm queen, I'm going to make all these holidays on Saturdays.
I like that. I like that.
Halloween on a Saturday just makes sense.
Always.
Christmas, Thanksgiving, it just would simplify our lives.
Yep.
Right. Simplify for kids in school and people that have jobs and work. We'll just move everything just uniformly to Saturdays.
Yep. I'd like that.
Thank you.
Nice.
Thank you. When I'm queen, that's what'll happen. But that was not this year. So what did you do for 4th of July in that field of dreams out in Ohio?
We did not host, which was we hosted Memorial Day. So we didn't host July 4th, but we went to a friend's house and they did grill out and had people over, just bring a side kind of thing.
And can you explain the phrase grill out to those
of us? That's right. We were just talking about this. So I thought grill out's just the thing, right? It's a cookout. It's what do you call them? Barbecues?
We call them barbecues out here. Yeah.
No, even when I'm barbecuing, it's a grill out. I don't know.
Even if barbecue or smoke or sauce is not included in your meal prep.
Yeah.
If you cook something on a grill out here, at least as far as I know, it's a barbecue.
We just grill out every now and then. It's cookout, but yeah.
See, a cookout in my universe sounds like
that Saturday, and like you're what?
That storm is causing you some buffering.
Oh,
I know
it is, and it has stopped. So hopefully it'll get better because it's kind of clearing up a little bit.
Okay, let's put a bubble around your bubble. Oh, we should tell people who we are.
Oh, yes.
We just start our chat. Hi, I'm Dr. Cynthia.
This is Intuitive Hypnotherapy Podcast,
where we invite you to come for the where we encourage you to come for the chat, stay for the healing.
Yes. So everybody's probably recovering from the holidays, like you said, because it wasn't on a Saturday.
And myself included. So
what'd you guys do?
I believe, I don't know for a fact, but I believe it was better than last year. When I say better, I mean less war zone like, but it was definitely war zone 2022. So I don't know about you, but we've been having a drought for like the past 30 years. And so fireworks, to own, buy, sell fireworks of any kind in much of California is prohibited. It's against the law. Yeah. So of course that means they're everywhere.
Because nobody's going to know.
Everywhere. So the news helicopters will fly over the city and you can see all these. What's really taken over are those big mortar fireworks. If you go to a fireworks show and you see the big fireworks that do the spray.
Yeah, that look all pretty and big booms.
Yes, so those apparently are called mortars, like a mortar in wartime, like a mortar shell. And I just found one out on our walk this morning, and the spent shell was about the size of a handball.
Gosh.
Yeah, they're huge. So this is, blow off your hand, get killed level.
But even coming down from the ground is not going to feel good if it hits you.
100%. Long gone are the days of, pointing a Roman candle at someone. Remember that?
Oh, yes.
So we had, and so the news copters will fly over the city, and they actually have to fly extra high so as not to get hit with all of these illegal fireworks. Yeah, that's SoCal yeah, so they have to, and it is beautiful. You can go on YouTube and you'll see gazillions of these aerial shots. But it's all illegal, and it's all relatively dangerous. And it doesn't matter. I swear, it doesn't matter how many warnings they put out. I mean, we had handouts on our doors weeks ago. These are the it's a crime. These are things that can happen. You know, if you're gonna do it, put it in a bucket of water.
Don't do it.
Yeah, just stop it. No effect. So so it was very war zone. So I had Trixie, my 12-pound Chihuahua. If you hop up on drugs, do you hop down with a bunch of CBD juice?
That's a crash, I think, right?
She didn't crash, but she did not like, because they're firing them off for days, and they start firing these mortars in the middle of the afternoon. It's like, you can't see it then.
No, we were talking about that yesterday.
That's one that's gone off that's not going to disturb my sleep. So go ahead and blow off during the day. So out of all of this activity, my smoke alarm went off. Yes.
Because of all this.
Well, I have my big windows closed, but I have my small windows open to get a breeze. And because we don't have air conditioning in our apartments. And it's all I can think of is that it was smoky enough outside to trip my smoke alarm.
Gosh.
So, but wait, there's more. Because I could not get it to stop. And I wear earplugs and eye mask. I'm, mouth guard. I'm super classy.
Did you do what you're not supposed to do and just take the battery out, or was this a hardwired one?
No, this is a hardwired one. So I could get it off. So I had to get the step stool, get up there. I could get it off. And so now it's closer to my head. Thank God for the earplugs, but I couldn't get it to stop. So I put it in my freezer.
What made you think of putting it in your freezer?
I was just trying to find some kind of hurt locker to put it in to muffle the sound. Right?
Like
so I tried the microwave first, and then I tried the oven, and I was like, I can't put it in the oven because I'm going to forget it's there. And then I'm going
to see you on the news. Yeah.
Except in my sleepy space, I did not know that it was going to continue beeping until this morning. So yes, so I took my earplugs out, as one does when one gets up in the morning, and I went to open the freezer to get it out. Holy shit. I was like, what?
I can't believe it was still going.
It was still going, and it was so freaking loud. So I slammed the freezer door shut, and I was like, oh. So I called maintenance, and they have this criteria.
Something happened to my smoke alarm.
Yes. Well, they have this criteria. Is it an emergency? Like it's flooding, fire, that kind of thing. And then it's non-emergency. So in the theoretical, life-threatening sense, it's not really an emergency.
Right.
But I didn't know if that was going to be we'll get to it when we get to it situation. Right. So I clicked 1 for an emergency.
I mean, it could be.
Because I didn't have earplugs for dog, and their sense of hearing is much more acute than ours. So you could still hear it beeping in the freezer. And it was annoying, and she could hear it, and she was anyway. So with that being said, I don't hate that people want to blow off fireworks. Okay. it's a way to let off steam. It's a way to do something that in clairvoyant school, we call it the principle of create and destroy.
Mm.
Do you have any idea what that concept is?
I mean, other than what exactly it sounds like.
Well, yeah, it is a little obvious, but in practical terms, what do you think that means?
If you create something that you want to destroy, that sounds pretty
Well,
serious.
create and destroy is a natural universal principle. We see it, examples of it all over the place.
Mhm.
For example, a woman's menstrual cycle. Okay.
Oh,
We
okay,
build
yeah.
up this nice fluffy lining, you
Mhm.
know, in preparation to inhabitate a fetus for 9 months, right?
Mhm.
And then when implantation doesn't occur, we slough it away, create, destroy,
Okay, yeah.
right? So we were just talking about records. We're done with the
Yeah.
records. We got the information off, we shred them,
Mhm.
right? Create, destroy, which is a great meditation. I'll talk about it later. But the 4 seasons in nature is also a really genuine, universal explanation of create and destroy, right? So in springtime,
Mhm.
things start growing, right?
Yeah.
Summertime, they really grow. Fall, we harvest, right? And then at the end of fall, it starts to get cold. The leaves drop
Mhm.
off the trees, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know, maybe you know this. When a plant is perennial or annual or biannual, are those the ones that you have to replant every year?
Annuals you do every year.
Annuals. So
Mhm.
so what's perennial? Something
Every
you
year
don't-
they should come up.
Okay. So
And
like
then,
that.
yeah,
Let's
cool.
create and destroy, right?
Mhm.
Flower, your tulips die, have to put new
Yep.
bulbs in the next year, right? So that's a process of create and destroy. So in the terms of fireworks and the need to move energy and blow shit up,
Yeah. Yeah.
I believe that that's an expression of create and destroy, right? You create the firework, you blow it up, right?
Yeah.
But why do we do that? Why is it so appealing? Why is it so necessary? My hypothesis, this is from my walk this morning with the Trixie, is that we work, and we were just talking about this, we work really hard, we're creating at the office, we do stuff, we're always doing, right?
Yep.
Which is a form of creation. And we need an avenue to destroy.
Yeah.
Right? My daughter has this great practice that whenever she buys a new shirt, she gives one away.
It's good.
Right? So it's just that efficiency. So that flow. And so blowing shit up is a great way. I was just thinking about it this morning and I was like, there is, yeah, and it goes boom and it makes this pretty thing and things like this. So I see the appeal of wanting to blow off your own firecrackers, you know, even the noise, you know, if it costs you a hand or a life,
An eye,
you know, we could call January 4th Natural Selection Day.
Oh my gosh. We had, when we were out yesterday at the grill out, we kept looking out the front window, right? And I want to say these boys were maybe 10, 12, maybe right in there. I'm a horrible judge of age. They were young teenagers.
Okay.
And we see the back of a RAV4, no, 4Runner, whatever, back of a Toyota, the hatch is open, packed full of fireworks. And these boys are just getting little ones out here and there. And they're like smoke bombs or firecrackers or something like that. But we're all just like, oh no. Oh no. Then they started getting the bigger ones out. Now they didn't get to let off all the really big ones. But Dave and I left before that happened.
Now, are they legal in Ohio where you're at?
Yeah, there's a fireworks store 5 minutes from me. Yeah.
Well, there's fireworks stands all over, but so I don't understand how they're legal.
I was
but you can
really,
still
I was
buy
going to
'em.
ask you if people have to go out of state to get them.
Well, the big mortars
Okay.
from one of my patients, apparently you have to go into Mexico.
Sounds so not good.
And I'm like, and how do they get them back? I just,
Right.
it's more questions than answers.
Mhm.
But anyway, so I don't understand. They're supposed to be illegal, supposed to be a drought, and yet there are fireworks stands in every parking lot, and they do them as fundraisers. So,
Really?
like I have several young athletes, and so they have to do shifts in their fireworks stand as a fundraiser for their baseball team or
Oof.
hockey team or whatever. So actually, I don't think there's hockey out here in California.
I wouldn't have known any different.
No, they have water hockey. It's called water polo.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Which apparently is a very rugged sport. So anyway, I understand the principle of create and destroy. I understand the reason we do it. There's different ways to move energy that don't include blowing shit up. And
Right.
yet they can be very effective. For example, good hard workout.
Yeah.
Right? Move some energy, destroy those dumbbells.
Yeah. You feel so good afterwards. Yeah.
Right? Burn some calories.
Mhm.
Yeah, so that's one way. And writers, when they have writer's block, they do a kind of a free write thing, and then they'll crumple up the piece of paper and throw it in the trash and start anew.
Mhm.
So there are different, healthier, less costly ways to create and destroy. And we're going to do the easiest, freest, most coolest way. Nice. We're going to create and destroy roses.
Okay.
And the cool thing about creating and destroying roses is you can do it pretty much any place, anywhere. Obviously, when we do this, let's not be, driving or operating heavy machinery. Right. So we're going to do a meditation on create and destroy. And as we do it, when you create something with your imagination, and we use roses are a great tool. You can create a rose in your imagination and then you blow it up. Right. And just simply by doing that, and it doesn't have to be a rose, it can be a tennis shoe. Whatever makes sense in your universe. But in addition to the object that you're creating in your imagination, creating and destroying, you can also create and destroy energy around any concept that you are thinking of. And I say that because you can create and destroy energy around fear, around fatigue, around obsession, around overwhelm, around say you just had a fight with your best friend. You can create and destroy roses around whatever topic it was you guys were discussing. Do you paint or not do you paint? So creating and destroying is a natural phenomenon. We see it in nature. We see it in the universe, the Big Bang Theory, for God's sake. So there's a necessity for it. There's a necessity for moving energy, right? So we're going to do a meditation today where we're going to create and destroy roses for different concepts that you want to move out of your space or get some clarity on. Let me give you another idea of create and destroy roses. Say, for example, we're trying to get through to an insurance company.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
I'm putting
Oh,
forth a
yeah.
little,
Uh-huh.
and say they're just being frustrating,
Mhm.
nonsensical, elusive, evasive. What are some other words that insurance companies and their minions tend to be for us?
Well, I can think of a lot of words,
Uh,
but
just give me 2 or 3.
difficult. Difficult is
Difficult,
like the number one.
difficult,
Just
confusing.
difficult. Yeah.
So when you're on the phone with someone who's giving you a nonsensical explanation of why they didn't pay our
Mhm.
perfectly legitimate insurance claim, you could create and destroy roses while you're on hold with them, while you're talking to them in the background for difficult communications
Mm,
with an insurance rep.
okay.
For, you can create and destroy roses for whatever the stuck energy is. So you want to have open communication. So the miscommunication, you can create and destroy roses for the miscommunication.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So I have a patient who was getting an MRI, and she doesn't like being stuck in a tube for a while. So
Mhm.
I referenced a few meditations, but I also said, you can create and destroy roses for being uncomfortable in a tube,
Okay.
right? And
Yeah.
before you know it, so 2 things, it redirects our focus,
Mm-hmm.
right? But then in the world, energy cannot be created or destroyed. It really can't. So you're taking something that has energy of it, you're blowing it up in your mind's eye, right? So you're
Mhm.
turning that energy into something neutral,
Okay.
right? Create and destroy roses. It's just a
Yeah.
great way to move energy, and it's so easy.
Yes. Let's do it.
Yes. Oh, before we jump into meditation, first of all, no driving, no operating heavy machinery. Find someplace comfortable where you can sit or lie down. And as an aside, before I forget, I'd like to thank our new subscribers. Appreciate you very much. For this podcast, whether you're watching it on YouTube or any of the social medias, it's supposed to be on the Insta. Don't think it's made it there yet.
We'll figure that
We
out.
process this through a company called Spreaker, and they have messaging in the podcast where you can get a hold of us. There's information on how to reach us on our website in the show notes. But yes, please like and subscribe, tell your friends. And if you want to message us, if you have an idea for a subject that you'd like us to tackle, please do so. And we're happy to consider all submissions. Why the heck, right?
That would be awesome.
Yeah, so thank you. Thank you. And for those of you listening from foreign countries, hello UK, hello Colombia, hello Australia. We have this silly little process called Independence Day. It's July 4th, and we celebrate it. Yay. So that's why
The
we're
whole
talking
weekend,
about
at
fireworks.
least, right?
Yes, yes, a little notification. Anything else in your universe?
No, thank you, though. You're right. It's kind of exciting. to See all those
Let's
people
let's
listening.
yeah, 101 applications for all of these tools. So
Mhm.
for this one, it's more meditation than hypnosis. So just find a comfortable place to sit. And when you're ready, go ahead and close your eyes all the way down. And get comfortable where you're at. And when you're ready, put your attention behind your eyes and in between your temples. Be in the center of your head. And you're going to stay in the center of your head for the rest of this meditation. So just kind of nestle in, be comfortable there. And while you're here with your eyes closed, sitting comfortably, reassert your bubble. If it's a little tattered from the week, or if you've been busy or traveling, go ahead and just patch up your bubble. Make sure there's no holes in it. Make sure it's equal width and thickness in all directions. So your bubble is 3 feet approximately over your head, in front of you, 3 feet behind you, 3 feet on either side, and 3 feet under your feet. So it encompasses your whole chair or wherever you're laying. This is your aura. This is your energy field, your bubble, your personal space. And so the next feature of this is a grounding cord, an energetic connection from the base of your spine through your chair or where you're laying, through the floor, through all the floors of the building you're in, and then through all the layers of the earth, all the way down to the center of the earth, where we're going to imagine is a lawn or a field or a meadow. And let that grounding cord be as wide as you are, as wide as your hips, and have it be as wide as your hips all the way down. Your grounding cord acts as a tether. It helps you ground. It helps you feel grounded, anchored. But it also acts as a garbage chute. So any energies that you're ready to let go of, you just imagine they're falling down your grounding cord, down to the center of the earth, where they are recycled into neutral energy. You can put today's date on your grounding cord to keep you in present time. Just take a few breaths, settle in here, and just be grounded in the center of your head, in your bubble. And let your grounding cord start draining off any energies you're ready to let go of. So in the center of your head, grounded in your bubble, create a rose and have it floating outside your bubble, maybe another 3 feet. So don't have it touch the bubble. And you can have this rose with a closed bulb. You can have it fully open and play around with colors. Maybe you want a red one. Maybe you want a pink one, white, yellow, whatever feels good, looks good, sounds good in your universe. Create a rose that you like and have it just hanging out there, floating in space about 3 feet on the outside of your bubble. Stay in the center of your head. Don't go out to the rose. And when you have it just the way you like it, blow it up. And in your mind's eye, create another rose. It can be the same color, the same size, the same openness or closed. It could just hang out there flat. It can move. Whatever makes sense for you. And then when you see that second rose out there, Just blow it up. So we call this creating and destroying roses. In the next moment, create another rose and then blow it up. You might start to notice as you're creating and destroying roses, and keep doing that as I talk. Keep creating a rose and then blow it up. You might start to discover that you're actually starting to feel a little lighter, feel a little calmer. And all we're doing is using our imagination to create a rose and then blow it up. But in so doing, you are moving energy out of your space. So in the next rose you create, write the word fear. You can write it on the bloom, or you can write it on the stem, or you can just intend that this rose represents the concept of fear. And again, be in kindergarten space. You can't do this wrong. So create a rose, write the word fear on it, or have it intend that it's fear, and then blow it up. Create another rose that represents fear and move it farther away from your bubble, maybe 30 feet, and then blow it up. Create another rose that represents fear and have it the same distance away from you, but have it off to the side. Again, don't go out to the rose, stay in the center of your head, and then blow it up. So you can move, edit, shape the concept of fear, and then blow it up. So make another rose that represents fear and push it farther out, maybe out over the ocean, or out over some mountains, or out over an empty parking lot or an open field. Create a rose that represents fear and push it farther away from you. And then blow it up. And each time you do this, you're moving fear energy out of your body, out of your psyche, out of your bubble, out of your energy field. So that's an easy way of moving fear. So let's try another concept. We talked about misunderstanding. So on the outside of your bubble, create another rose. It can be the same color as the last one, it can be a new color, different looking rose. And have this one represent misunderstanding or miscommunication. And when you see it, and again, stay in the center of your head and blow it up. Create another rose for miscommunication or misunderstanding. Change that rose. Move it farther out, change the color, make it bigger, smaller. Put leaves on it or more leaves. And have this one represent misunderstanding or miscommunication. And blow it up. And then in your mind's eye, create another rose that represents any other concept that you would like less of. Some examples: anxiety, disinterest, inhibition, lack of confidence, poverty consciousness. So if there's any energy that you would like less of, worry, stress, just create one in your mind and assign it to your new rose. And then blow it up. Create another rose that represents that concept. And then blow it up. So take a few moments to create and destroy roses for that concept or that stuck energy that you want to move out of your space. We'll be quiet for a bit while you do this exercise. Okay, take a deep breath. And you can intend that you're creating and destroying roses in the background. You can set it on auto and allow it to keep working for you. So as you're sitting here in the center of your head, grounded in your bubble, creating and destroying roses for any negative quality that you would like less of, or any energy that you feel is stuck. And again, play around. You cannot possibly do this wrong. With your eyes closed, the center of your head, in your bubble, grounded, creating and destroying roses in the background. Imagine a bubble over your head. Fill this bubble with gold. Make it at least as big as your aura. And have it over your bubble, not touching your bubble. And in the center of this bubble, put a letter that represents the first letter of your first name. My name is Cynthia, so I will put a C in my bubble, the letter C. And make this letter the first letter of your first name and make it magnetic. But it's magnetic specifically only for your energy. So allow that magnet, that initial, in your gold bubble to begin to draw back to it any of your energy, wherever you've left it. Maybe you left some of your energy in the grocery store. Maybe you left some at the fireworks display. Maybe you left some at the office. Wherever you've left some of your energy and you're ready to have it back, allow that magnetic initial that represents your first name and represents you, have it draw your energy back and have it pulled into or drawn into this gold bubble. Gold is the highest vibration of all the colors. So as your energy is coming back, it's getting purified, cleansed, healed. So the very act of calling back your energy, you're giving yourself a healing. So we've moved energy out that's just holding us back. And we're calling our energy back, which will allow us to heal, allow us to take our next step, allow us to recover. So when that bubble of your energy is nice and full, take an imaginary finger and pop that bubble and allow that gold energy of yours to start seeping into your bubble like warm honey. Have it seep in the top of your head. Have it fill in your face, your cheeks, your scalp. Have it fill in your lower jaw, your neck. Have it fill in your shoulders, your upper arms, your forearms, all the way down to your hands and fingertips. Have that gold energy that represents you fill in your torso, front, back, and sides. Have it fill in your upper back, your side bodies, your belly. Have it fill in your hips and thighs and low back. Have it fill in your legs, front, back, and side. Have it fill in your knees, your lower legs, your ankles, your feet, all the way to your toes. And any extra energy of yours, allow it to fill in your bubble, your aura. So it's all about you, healing, cleansing, rejuvenating. And it was cheap and easy right here in the chair. So when you're ready, take a deep breath, open your eyes, wake up, stretch. Yay, yay, yay. Hey, kiddo.
Unmute. Hi.
How was that?
Very good. Very good. I like the gold bubble at the end.
Gold is so good. Believe it or not, this blue wall behind has gold glitter in the paint.
Ooh.
Yeah, so the entire connecting wall to this office over here has got gold energy. So in Chinese medicine, it represents the metal element, but in the energy work we do, it's the highest vibration of all the colors. So it's got two meanings.
I love it. Feel good.
All right, my friend. Thank you very much. Appreciate you coming out on a holiday or post-holiday week. Very good. And thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone who tunes in. Please like and subscribe, and there'll be information on how to connect in the show notes.
Thank you, guys.
Ciao for now.
Bye.
Bye.